What should I be doing with my Google business profile page for my roofing business? All right. You want
All right.
to
Yeah, I can take some of
take that,
that.
John? Okay.
Yeah, obviously the first thing you need to do is verify your address so that you can start ranking in your organic listings and your map listings, whether you have a permanent address or just like a virtual office. That's essential for Google to display you on your search results. Um, Obviously, like with anything else from a branding perspective, you want to make sure your logo is consistent. You have some pictures of your work, maybe some offers on there. Um, Test the phone number, make sure your phone number is correct, make sure there's a contact there. Um, some businesses choose to do message now, like an instant chat feature inside of their GMB page. Uh, if you have the capacity to manage that, I recommend doing that. It does offer the customer a quick way to get in contact with you without having to make a phone call, but definitely not a necessity.
Nice. Scott, I remember you talking recently about reviews on Google My Business. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to add to that a couple points. And Jonah was spot on with the comment of saying you need to have a physical address. Google allows you to do a physical address. It also allows you the option to do service area. And as service companies, that is technically what the way they push you to go. But in fact, the best way to do it is to have a physical address. We had a location where we had a service area, and we had a fairly robust GMB page, lots of photos, lots of reviews. It was doing well. It was ranking about number 10 in this city. And I went and got a virtual office. We verified the address through Google, took some work. It was definitely not easy, but we got it done. We went from ranking 10th to ranking second in that city over Jonah, what, a month?
Yeah, a little under a month actually.
Yeah. So the proof's in the pudding. I mean, we did it, and we've actually now done it in two locations, and we're ranking top three in both locations within 4 weeks of launching. Instead of service areas, actual addresses that are, for us, we used virtual offices. They're cheap, they're easy. We don't plan on staffing them, so it worked for us. But the other thing is hammering on reviews, man. I mean, that's Jonah. I mean, we really haven't really kicked ass on SEO yet. We've been occupied with a lot of other things, but I would say the reviews are what's really driving our GMB profiles to do as well as they're doing because of the activity. It's consistent. Every
Right.
week we're getting new reviews, and they're 5 stars, mind you. Most of them. You don't want just because you get a 1 star review once a week doesn't mean you're going to rank. But
Right. You're definitely going to want to comment and respond to all the reviews, whether they're good or bad. Google really likes businesses that are responsive with their customers, especially in a public facing environment.
yeah,
Yeah. I want to caveat that my marketing knowledge is a little bit outdated because it's been a while since I was running marketing for my co-founder John Delorier for Peach State Roofing, Delorier Roofing when I was working there. But at least based on what I'm aware of as of today, Google My Business is really the like making sure that's optimized and that you have as many reviews on there as possible and all those things that Jonah just mentioned. That is the number one thing you can do for your marketing as a roofing business, at least per my knowledge. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jonah. But that's the number one thing you can do before you worry about anything else. Make sure Google My Business is good. So don't be off like paying for Google ads if you can't, if your Google My Business is not already squared away. Would you say that's still
Right.
accurate, Jonah?
That's 100% accurate. Google's where everybody goes to, no matter what industry you're in, to find a product or a service. It's very important to have that set up correctly. One thing to note on what Scott said about the virtual office, um, if you have a physical location, it's a little bit easier to verify. You have your signage, you have a physical mailbox. It's easier to get a postcard or mail from Google to authenticate that location. If you're in a rush to get something done at a virtual location, make sure you have all of your information, your contact information, your address, a point of contact at that location, secured ahead of time, or it's just going to be a nightmare to get that done in Google.
That's good. That's good context there.